Welcome to our deep dive into the sectors that deliver dividends in bear markets. I'm Jim Cramer, and today we're exploring which industries have historically provided reliable income during economic downturns. That's right, folks, we're talking about those stalwart companies, those titans of industry, that keep paying you even when the market is throwing a tantrum. Listen, I've seen it all on Wall Street. Bull markets, bear markets, you name it, and let me tell you, when the going gets tough, you want to be on the right side of the dividend trade. We're talking about real cash flow, money in your pocket, no matter what the stock market is doing. So buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride through the sectors that have historically weathered the storm and kept those dividends flowing. We're talking consumer staples, utilities, healthcare, REITs, and more. Get ready to take some notes because this is information you can take to the bank. First up, let's talk about consumer staples. These are the companies that sell the everyday necessities, the things people can't live without even in a recession. We're talking toilet paper, toothpaste, food, beverages, you name it. Think about it. When the economy takes a hit, are you going to stop brushing your teeth? Are you going to stop drinking your morning coffee? Of course not. And that's why companies like Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, and Colgate-Palmolive are considered dividend aristocrats. They've consistently increased their dividends for decades, even during tough times. Take Procter & Gamble, for example. This company owns a portfolio of iconic brands like Tide, Crest, and Pampers. People need these products, regardless of the economic climate, and that consistent demand translates into reliable cash flow, which P&G then returns to shareholders in the form of dividends. Or how about Coca-Cola? This beverage giant has been refreshing the world for over a century. From its signature cola to juices, teas, and sports drinks, Coca-Cola has a product for every taste. And with a global distribution network and brand recognition that's second to none, Coca-Cola is a cash-generating machine. And let's not forget about Colgate-Palmolive. From toothpaste and soap to pet food, this company has a wide moat of products that consumers rely on. And with a focus on innovation in emerging markets, Colgate-Palmolive is well positioned for continued growth. These companies are the bedrock of a diversified portfolio. They provide stability, income, and peace of mind, knowing that even in a bear market, you're still collecting those sweet, sweet dividends. Remember folks, in good times and bad, people still need to brush their teeth, drink their coffee, and clean their clothes. And that's why consumer staples are a must-have for any dividend-focused investor. Now let's move on to another sector that can provide a steady stream of income, even in a bear market: utilities. These are the companies that keep the lights on, the water running, and the gas flowing. Talk about essential services. Think about it. When was the last time you decided to skip paying your electricity bill because the market was down? Never. People and businesses rely on these services day in and day out, regardless of the economic climate. Companies like Duke Energy and Consolidated Edison are giants in the utility space. They operate vast networks of power plants, transmission lines, and pipelines, delivering essential services to millions of customers. And because their revenues are largely regulated, they enjoy a high degree of predictability, which translates into stable dividends for investors. Duke Energy, for example, is one of the largest electric power holding companies in the United States. With a focus on clean energy and a commitment to grid modernization, Duke is well positioned for the future. And with a long history of dividend growth, Duke is a favorite among income-oriented investors. Consolidated Edison, or Con Ed as it's known on Wall Street, is another powerhouse in the utility sector. This company provides electricity, natural gas, and steam to millions of customers in the New York City area. Talk about a captive market. And with a strong track record of dividend payments, Con Ed is a reliable source of income for investors. Now, I know what you're thinking. Utilities aren't exactly the most exciting stocks out there. But that's okay, we're not looking for excitement here. We're looking for stability, reliability, and that sweet, sweet dividend income. And that's exactly what utilities provide. So if you're looking for a sector that can weather the storm and keep those dividends flowing, look no further than utilities. These companies are the bedrock of our modern economy, and their stocks can provide a solid foundation for your portfolio. Chapter 3. Healthcare. The picture of dividend health. Let's face it, folks, healthcare is a necessity, not a luxury. People get sick, accidents happen, and we all age. That's just the circle of life. And that's why healthcare is a sector that can thrive even in a bear market. Think about it. When the economy takes a downturn, are people going to stop going to the doctor? Are they going to stop taking their medication? Of course not. Healthcare is essential, and that makes healthcare companies resilient during economic downturns. We're talking about companies like Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, and Abbott Laboratories. These are the titans of the healthcare industry, with long histories of innovation, strong balance sheets, and a commitment to returning value to shareholders through dividends. Johnson & Johnson, for example, is a diversified healthcare giant with a portfolio of iconic brands like Band-Aids, Tylenol, and Listerine. But J&J is more than just consumer products. They're also a leader in pharmaceuticals and medical devices, giving them a wide moat and multiple avenues for growth. Then there's Pfizer, a global pharmaceutical powerhouse known for its blockbuster drugs like Lipitor and Viagra. Pfizer is a research and development machine, constantly developing new treatments and therapies. And with a global reach and a commitment to innovation, Pfizer is well positioned for continued success. And let's not forget about Abbott Laboratories, another healthcare giant with a diverse portfolio of products, including nutritional supplements, diagnostic equipment, and medical devices. Abbott is a leader in several high-growth areas of healthcare, making it a compelling investment for both growth and income investors. These companies are at the forefront of medical innovation, developing life-saving treatments and improving the quality of life for millions around the world. And because healthcare is a necessity, not a luxury, these companies are well positioned to continue paying dividends, even in a bear market. So, if you're looking for a sector that's both recession-resistant and has the potential for long-term growth, healthcare is a no-brainer. Chapter 4, REITs, Real Estate Riches, even in bear markets. Now let's talk about real estate investment trusts, or REITs. These are companies that own and operate income-producing real estate like office buildings, shopping malls, apartments, and warehouses. And while the real estate market can be cyclical, certain types of REITs have historically held up well during economic downturns, providing a steady stream of dividend income for investors. Now, not all REITs are created equal. Some, like retail REITs which own shopping malls and hospitality REITs which own hotels, can be hit hard during recessions. People tend to cut back on discretionary spending during tough times, and that means less shopping and traveling. But other types of REITs, like healthcare REITs, residential REITs, and industrial REITs, tend to be more resilient. Healthcare REITs, for example, own hospitals, medical office buildings, and senior living facilities. As we discussed earlier, healthcare is a necessity, not a luxury, so these properties tend to generate steady rental income, even during economic downturns. Residential REITs, which own apartment buildings, also tend to perform well during recessions. When the economy weakens, people may delay buying a home and choose to rent instead, increasing demand for apartments. And with a growing population and a shortage of affordable housing in many areas, residential REITs are well positioned for long-term growth. Industrial REITs have also been on a tear in recent years thanks to the rise of e-commerce. These REITs own warehouses, distribution centers, and other industrial properties that are essential for the movement of goods. And with the continued growth of online shopping, demand for these properties is only expected to increase. Now, it's important to remember that REITs are required by law to pay out at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders in the form of dividends. That means REITs can offer attractive dividend yields, especially compared to other asset classes. So, if you're looking for a way to add real estate exposure to your portfolio and generate a steady stream of dividend income, REITs are worth considering. Just be sure to do your homework and focus on the types of REITs that are best positioned to weather economic storms. Chapter 5, Consumer Defensive Stocks. Weathering the Storm with Everyday Essentials. Alright folks, let's talk about another group of companies that can keep those dividends flowing even when the market throws a curveball: consumer defensive stocks. These are the companies that sell the everyday essentials, the things people need no matter what's happening in the economy. We're talking about companies like Walmart, Costco, and Dollar General. These retail giants are masters of efficiency, offering low prices on a wide variety of products. And when the economy takes a hit, guess where people go to stretch their budgets? That's right, to the discounters. Walmart, the world's largest retailer, is a prime example of a consumer defensive stock that can thrive in any economic climate. With its massive scale, low prices, and focus on value, Walmart is a go-to destination for budget-conscious shoppers. And with a growing e-commerce business, Walmart is well-positioned for the future of retail. Costco, the membership-based warehouse club, is another consumer defensive powerhouse. Costco's loyal customer base flocks to its stores for bulk discounts on everything from groceries and electronics to clothing and home goods. And with a strong track record of dividend growth, Costco is a favorite among income-oriented investors. And let's not forget about Dollar General, the small box discount retailer that's been quietly taking market share from traditional grocery stores. Dollar General's focus on rural and underserved communities, combined with its low prices and convenient locations, has made it a retail force to be reckoned with. These companies understand that in good times and bad, people still need to eat, clothe themselves, and buy household goods. And by offering low prices and a wide selection of products, these consumer defensive giants are well positioned to weather any economic storm. So, if you're looking for stocks that can provide stability and income, even in a bear market, look no further than consumer defensive stocks. These companies are the bedrock of the retail industry, and their stocks can provide a solid foundation for your portfolio. Outrow, stay the course with dividend heroes. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of dividend-paying sectors in bear markets. Remember, diversification and focusing on high-quality dividend payers can help secure steady returns even in challenging times. We've covered the essential sectors that have historically weathered the storm and kept those dividends flowing. Consumer staples, utilities, healthcare, REITs, and consumer defensive stocks. These companies provide the goods and services people need regardless of the economic climate, making them more resilient during downturns. Stay informed, stay invested, and I'll see you next time on Mad Money. We'll continue to hunt for those dividend heroes that can help you build a portfolio that can withstand any market conditions. Remember, there's always a bull market somewhere.